It's time for Mr. Graham. Homework out. You get homework out. Let's start. You should be on page 221. We're not doing all of 221, just the try it section. I would recommend finding some place to work. I don't think there's quite enough room on the page. It even says use a separate piece of paper. Chen spent 7 hours at school on Friday. He spent 30 minutes at lunch, 50 minutes at his school assembly, and the rest of the time in class. How much time did Chen spend in class? Well, he was 7 hours at school, but 30 minutes at lunch and 50 minutes at an assembly means he wasn't in class for those times. So you have to subtract. The only problem is subtracting minutes from hours is weird because they're not exactly the same thing. You can make them the same thing if you remember what we learned. Remember, in order to make hours into minutes, all you have to do is multiply times 60. 7 times 60. Now try to recall that 7 times 6 is 42. But then you've got a 0 at the end here, so let's put a 0 at the end there. Now you've got 420 minutes. So 7 hours is 420 minutes. But we're not done yet, because we still have to do the subtraction of both of those things, the 30 minutes and the 50 minutes. If we add them together, we can subtract both of them at once. What's 30 plus 50? Well, that's 80. Now, we can take that 420 from a second ago and subtract. 0 minus 0, 0. 2 minus 8 you can't do, so you're going to have to borrow from this 4 over here. The 4 turns into a 3, but the 2 gets a big upgrade to a 12. 12 minus 8, 4. 3 minus nada, 3. How much time did Chen spend in class? 340 minutes. That's a good answer. I wonder if any of you can switch this back to hours and figure out how many hours and how many minutes left over Chen spent in class. Let's look at number 7. Katrina took 3 minutes to get to her classroom after the bell rang. The table shows what she did along the way. What is the missing time? So, okay. She was 3 minutes late. Okay? And this is some of the stuff she did, and this is the other stuff she did. But we need to know what the missing time is. All three of these together need to add up to 3 minutes. Unfortunately, this says seconds, and this says minutes. So let's change this minutes to seconds first. How can you change minutes to seconds? Well, you can multiply it by 60. 3 times 6 is 18. Bring that 0 over too. You get 180 seconds. Now, we got to add these 2 seconds up together and then do one final subtraction. So, 48 plus 35. 8 plus 5 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8. This together is 83 seconds. Let's subtract that from 180. 180 minus 83. Now you can't do 0 minus 3, so we have to borrow and turn that into a 10. We borrowed from that 8, poor 8. He turned into a 7. 10 minus 3, 7. Can you do 7 minus 8? No, you can't. So you have to borrow from that 1. Oh no, it's all gone. And turn it into a 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. So, if we add all of those together, it gets us our 3 minutes. So what's this missing time right here? Well, it's what we just figured out. 97 seconds. Alright, those are 2 problems from 221 done, but we've got 2 more to go. Turn to page 223. You don't have to do all of 223. I just want you to do the try it section. Now we're going to talk about money for a second. 1 pound of nuts cost $2.80. Aaron bought 1.5 pounds of nuts. He gave the clerk a $5 bill. How much change did he get? Wow. This one's tough for you guys. Alright. So the first thing we have to do is find out how much it all cost. You might think it cost $2.80, but that's only for 1 pound. He bought 1.5 pounds. So it's $2.80 plus half of $2.80. Half of $2.80 is $1.40. How did I do that? I just know that half of 80 is 40, and half of 2 is 1. So it's, 1/40 is half. And we got to add those together. Why are we adding them together? Because she didn't just buy 1 pound of nuts, or he bought 1.5 pounds of nuts. So it's $2.80 plus the half together, and that's going to get you 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. $4.20. Now we're not even done yet. He gave the clerk a $5 bill. That's how he paid for it. And then he wants to know how much change he gets. Well, that's simple. Just subtract $5. Subtract $4.20 from $5. 0 minus 0 is 0. Can't do 0 minus 2. Gonna have to borrow. 10 minus 2 is 8. 4 minus 4 is nothing. Don't forget to bring this decimal straight down. That's how you know that you're dealing with the cents. So how much change does he get? He's going to get 80 cents. That was such a tough question. I don't even know if the bookmakers realized how much they gave you in that question. Because it was subtracting with decimals, using a fraction, adding decimals. Oh my goodness, they gave you a lot on that one. I don't even think they realized how hard they made that. Number 14. Well, I guess that's why you got homework help, right? Number 14. Kesha has 3,000. Kesha or Keisha? I don't know. Keisha has $3,600, and she uses $1,900 to pay bills. She puts half the amount that she used to pay bills in her savings account. How much money does Kesha have left? Wow, they are killing you with these. All right, so she has $3,600 total. That's her total. Oof. And you're right. If you're thinking with this left here that they're going to subtract, you are correct. Good for you. It's just that the hard part is they're not just subtracting 1,900. That's one thing they're subtracting, but they're also subtracting something else. It says that she puts half the amount that she used to pay bills in her saving account. So you have to think about what's half of 1,900. What is half of 1,900? Well, you got to think about it. You got to think about it real closely. I'm trying to think of an easy way for you to cut this in half, but I don't see an easy way. I really don't. You're just going to have to think of it in terms of 2 pieces. You may have to do long division. Half of 1,900 is 950. You can double check that. Double check that by doing 950 plus 950. It doesn't hurt to guess and check, guys. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 9 again is 1900. And that's what we want it to be. So half, half of 1900 really is 950. So this is what she's doing. She's spending 1900. She's putting 950, half of that amount, she's putting it into a savings account. And then they want to know how much is left. Ay, 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 ay. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 9 plus 9, 18. Carry the 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. 2,850 is what she's spending. Now we got to do that subtraction that we've been waiting for. Oh my goodness, this problem, this math. Sometimes I can't even believe this is 4th grade math. They got so many steps thrown at you. 0 minus 0 is 0. You can't do 0 minus 5, so you better borrow. That turns him into a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. You can't do 5 minus 8, so we got to borrow again. That turns him into a 2 and that into a 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. And 2 minus 2 is nothing. How much does Kesha have left? Or Keisha or whatever, sorry. $750. Wow. That was a lot of work. We're going to have to practice this in class. I can just feel like all the different points that you guys might get confused at. However, if you're able to do this either on your own or if you're able to follow me and do pretty well, congratulations, you've got some math skills. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.